is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio. PHLV Radio.
On the Dot is presented by Benjamina Mia Casino. Licensed real estate professional since 2008. License number S01669991 LLC. Heading to Las Vegas? Thinking of buying, selling, or investing in real estate? From city view lofts, high-rises, lakefront villas, mountain view homes, and all types of residential properties Vegas has to offer. Follow Mia to the road of your dreams to home ownership. Call 702-281-9063 or visit www.benjaminamiacasino.com. Mia is also on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. With Mia Casino, you can be sure you get real estate with integrity. It's a lunch hour in Vegas, and we're on the dot with Dot and Mia here on PHLV Radio.
Hello, everyone. It's lunch hour in Vegas, but it's just it's just a few more hours before sunset here in the Philippines. Hello, my name is Dorothy. They call me Miss Dot, and I'm broadcasting from Iloilo City, Philippines. Welcome to On the Dot. It's the 3rd of March here, and it's the 2nd of March in Las Vegas. How are you doing, partner?
Hi, Dot. We miss you.
Oh, I'm here.
LV t-shirt.
Yes, I am wearing PHLV t-shirt.
You miss us.
Yes, and it's so good to be back right here, Wednesday, noontime, Las Vegas. How's the weather there? It's humid here, Mia.
Oh, it's getting warmer. It's getting warmer. That's why I got a sinus headache. But anyway, it's a change of weather. I'm Mia. Hi, everyone.
And hello to our... Sorry?
Oh, no, we're broadcasting live here in Vegas. Hello,
yes, you are. Yes.
You saying that?
I want to say hi to our friends in France, Paris, France. Bonjour. Yes. We're broadcasting there as well.
Oh, good.
I think we can be heard in all parts of the world, right? Yeah. Correct? Yes. How many countries are listening to us? I mean, who knows, right? It's a podcast. We are available on YouTube, Spotify, where else? Google Play, Alexa, we're everywhere.
We're global.
Global. Mm-hmm. So what's up, Mia?
And so it's Ash Wednesday today. Our topic is Dove and the Falcon unifying the world one community at a time. This is also in line with the Pope's appeal for fasting for world peace.
I missed the last part of what you said. So could you kindly explain to our non-Catholic friends what Ash Wednesday means?
Ash Wednesday is how we well in the Bible they're saying that we came from dust and unto dust. That's where we're returning because uh, technically when we die we go back to earth.
Yun. Uh-huh.
So what the Pope John Paul is saying is that Jesus taught us that the diabolical senseless of violence is an answer with God's weapon, with prayer. Pope is inviting everyone to make which is today, Ash Wednesday, a fasting for world peace. So,
Mm.
you know, that's our answer to at least make it a way for world.
World peace. So Ash Wednesday. My experience of Ash Wednesday, I was a Catholic just for a very short time. Excuse me. A very short time. By that I mean up to the age of about 11. And my experience of Ash Wednesday is I see people having ashes, a dot, a smudge of ash on their forehead, sometimes in the form of a cross. I know it's a form of a cross, but probably, the smudges just come out like a dot, like a bindu, like the Hindus, bindu.
Right.
So it is more significant for me now when you said from ashes to ashes, especially in these days that when you're COVID infected, you are automatically cremated. That's
Right.
literally returning to ash. So I have a deeper respect for the ash now than before. So yeah, you're right. And the call for fasting. By that I mean, what is fasting like for you when the Pope calls for that?
Well, technically fasting for Catholics, but you could do fasting by not eating at all.
Oh, you're breaking up. How's the audio for you?
Am I? Oh,
Okay, so the fasting is refraining from eating meat.
meat or not eating at all, just like what Gandhi did. No, not
Okay,
eating at all. Am I still breaking up?
it's better now when you're closer to the mic. So
Oh, okay.
not eating or abstaining from.
From other activities that you used to enjoy, like maybe getting off Facebook for a while, or you know, something that you normally would enjoy a lot, or maybe refraining from normal activities. That would be considered fasting as well.
All right. Yes, I know a friend. She fasts from her computer games every Easter, and she unplugs from social media every, around Easter time and around beginning with Ash Wednesday. So she would show up like Easter Sunday. So that's a long time, right? Mm-hmm.
It could be considered like sacrifices also. Yeah.
Sacrifice, withholding something pleasurable for yourself,
Yeah.
letting that, setting that aside in as a substitute for. Then what do you do? You pray, right?
Yes. Yes. Meditate.
You devote your time to prayer. All right. So world
So,
peace.
I'm sorry?
World peace.
For world peace, yes.
Okay,
And
go.
that with what's happening with the world now. So, yes. So let's not let our guest co-host, ghost, wait. Should we introduce him?
Yes, yes.
So our guest co-host is a resident of Las Vegas since 1970, community leader involved in many a community leader involved in many, am I still breaking up? In many social, political activities, and advisor, officer, and member of many Fil-Am organizations, including NAPA, Fil-Am Empower, Fil-Am Association of Nevada, one of the founders of Fil-Am Civic Action International. Is it FACAI or Fast First Time? A Fil-Am community advocate and business owner, publisher of the Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide Business Directory, the founder of Senior Information Guidance Advocacy, SIGA, the most active with the Fil-Am Leadership Council of Nevada, which is and also the host of PHLV radio of Las Vegas program, community and get Mr. Bernie Benito. Hi, Bernie.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on this non-time show of yours. And of course, it's an honor to be with you and a part of this program today. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you for being here, Tito Bernie.
Thank
You are fondly called Tito Bernie by people like me. That you are also Sir Bernie or simply Bernie to a lot of your friends.
That's called the surrogate name of an old man, Tito.
The surrogate name, old man. Oh, you don't look old. You look wise.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Tito, what got you involved with so many Filipino American or mostly Filipino organizations sa Las Vegas?
Well, it's really my passion ever since I was in the Philippines to be active in social and political activities. And brought here along with me, I think it's in my blood, especially that I have the passion to extend the help to those people really in need. And without, expecting any return from those people whom I have been helping, because I know that the reward will come from above. That's why I am so passionate and dedicated in doing, this kind of social services and community services for our people here, especially in Las Vegas. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Falcon stands for?
Well, recently, it's been in our mind about having to form an organization that is more responsive to the entire community, And recently we formed the Fil-Am Leadership Council of Nevada. It is it's a group of people assembled together in order to discuss and take course of action whenever there are issues that affect our community, especially the Filipino American community. And no one is doing that. That's why we thought about putting this leadership together. As a matter of fact, it's not only the leaders that are invited to come and join the Falcon, but of course, those people who are also leaders and past presidents of its organizations that have a common interest, with regards to the community issues. And that's how we came about the Falcon. And the job of the Falcon actually is not to interfere, it's not to intervene, it's not to dictate on any organizations, any Filipino American organizations, because as we could see that they have their own agenda, they have their own activities, and they're independent of all this their programs. That's why never in our mind that Falcon will intervene or dictate on somebody else's organization. The only purpose of this is for us as a community of one to get together, to assemble together, to discuss issues that really affects us. That's what it is. And fortunately, a lot of people came to attend this meeting and join the Falcon because I think they believe that we have all the same purpose, the same goal, having one mind in order for us to take care of the issues that have of utmost interest with the with our people, and that's why we came about the Fil-Am Leadership Council of Nevada, which is Falcon. And if you could, if you could see the meaning of Falcon is a flying high bird. When it soars, all people, walks of life will be looking up, and looking at the Falcon flying over. And that's what we are trying to do here in Las Vegas or the entire state of Nevada for these politicians, especially the government officials, to look at us as the one that is flying over, that looking up, down, on our people, so that we can tell them that, hey, you guys, you don't come to us during election time. You come to us and we will come to you, every time we have an issue, we have some interest that will affect our people, So that's why the message here is that for them to pay attention to us, especially now in the census, we are on top. All the Asians combined, we are on top, 10% more. And probably at this point in time, we might be over 10% above all.
You mean the number of Filipinos living in Nevada, not just Las Vegas, but the whole of Nevada?
Alone.
Las Vegas alone?
Yes, the Las Vegas alone.
That's the Filipino community comprises more than 10% of the Asian community in Las Vegas alone.
We are just the top, 10% on top of all Asians combined.
Wow.
Why? It is a must, really, that we need to come together as one, not any self-agenda or any self-interest. We need to put down our self-interest before the interest of others. And that is my passion in this community. That's why, I help a lot of people with unbeknownst to anyone. I don't even know these people, but they come to me for help, and I help them the best way I can because they need help, just like other people that needs help. They come to us. Let's help them.
Para kang barangay kapitan. The barangay kapitan of the Filipino community in Las Vegas. Everybody comes to you. That's what the barangay kapitan usually plays the role.
That and me, life is too short, We need to make use of our life in the best way we can. Believe it or not, life is too short.
Yes.
We believe
Ano yan, Mia?
We believe you. Life is short. That's my short.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why our purpose here and the goal of each and every one of us, including the two of you, the owners of the businesses, Johan, the owner of PHLV Radio, and anybody among us, should really come together and address the issues that affects us.
Can you name maybe top 2 or 3 issues that affect the Filipino community as of the moment?
This is what it is. Okay. In the mind of some, they really don't care because sometimes, in their mind, they are not being affected. But believe it or not, whether we like it or not, just like the nurses alone, there are issues during the pandemic that they're not being paid good. They're giving overtime and all that. And what can our people do? By going to the proper channel and tell them that, hey, you know what? In all our valley, don't you think that the nurses are, most of the hospitals, most nurses are Filipinos. We need to take care of them. It's not just the nurses' issues. This is not just the nurses' concern, but a concern for all of us. Okay? Now, another thing is the Medicare. The SIGA that I founded, the Senior Information Guide and Advocacy, is all about senior. You know, there's a lot of seniors, whether we like it or not, people will become 65 years old. And they are there to stay at 65 and going older. We need to take care of them also. There's a lot of them that are not being taken care of. That's why I founded that and utilizes the services of Medicare agents in order for them to go out and look for the seniors and tell them what benefits, what other benefits can they avail of, you know, in order for them to be helped. Right now, we have a program with Dr. Calderon's office. Those, and in this program, I just would like to disseminate information that there are meals that are available to this clinic. They can deliver it to them. Those who are in need, whether they are seniors or not seniors, as long as they need food, they just have to get in touch with them and they will able deliver it to them. And that is what, you know, the politicians, the laws that we have, it's not just us, the leaders, me and Mia and the rest of them. It's all for all of us, you know? That's what we should do.
Yeah, parang ano yan, parang all for one and one for all na system. And interestingly, Mia came up with the title of our episode today, Falcon and the Dove. Falcon being the I saw a peregrine falcon when I was in Europe, and they're powerful. It's a powerful raptor. And it has, like, according to Mr. Google, the University of Google, its vision, it has the fastest vision in the animal kingdom with 130 frames per you know, one glance. It's 130 frames. So the falcon is a powerful bird. And Mia brought in the dove, the bird of peace, you know, symbolizing the Holy Spirit, the presence of the Spirit, and correlating that with the peace talks going on, or probably no peace talks going on between Ukraine and Russia, and how we are all affected. So parang, Tito Bernie, parang one community at a time, you know, peace begins with us. And so, yes, I believe in what you're doing, what the vision of Falcon and many Filipino leaders in Las Vegas to let's have a conversation. Let's put ourselves together. Let's band together for peaceful resolutions of whatever issues we have. Do I make sense? Like, begin now before we reach Ukraine level, God forbid, you know?
Yes. And that's why, you know, when we get together, when we are just but one community, there is what you call peace. Peace for all of us. That's why the symbol, just like what you have mentioned about, you have defined what the falcon is all about. It brings peace to all of us. By to have a one mind, understanding one another with all the issues that affects us, helping one another, you know, being kind, helpful, and serving others brings relief. And I believe in that. But I hate to say this, but I just don't want to be, emotional about this one. But some people just don't understand, the purpose of this Falcon. But, well, it's our culture actually, because our mindset is sometimes is set in some other things. But we need to expand the knowledge that we have, and help out each other.
Mm-hmm.
And
So,
help we can.
yes, yes.
Like the program of yours is a helpful tool to disseminate informations to our people. Can you imagine that Paris is listening to us right now?
Yes, yes,
And just
Barry.
that,
Listening.
the war in Ukraine is not just the war between Ukraine and Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Affects us all, isn't it?
Yes, it really does, because the conversations here it's interesting, because when I was back there in Vegas, I live a sheltered life, very comfortable, very convenient kind of life. And I hardly listen to the news except when it's fed to me by social media. And I don't have a subscription to any news channel. But coming here in Iloilo, City of Love, that's our tagline. People are so aware of what's going on in the whole world. And just yesterday, there's an exchange of how gas prices have jetted up. And even a conversation with my friend in Indonesia and another one in New Zealand, if they're listening, hello. Everyone's affected. That is so true. We are all one mind. All minds are joined, whether in conflict or in peace. So saying that we engage peace or in peace talks, one community at a time, that is so true, because it begins with us. There was a time when our theme in Montessori among young children, beginning with the age of three, the theme was peace begins with me. World peace begins with me. So my question for you, Mia and Tito Bernie, are you a peaceful person?
Oh yeah, yeah. I think I.
Yes, that's right. That's right. We really advocate, peace, because that's where the joy is.
Yeah.
But sometimes, let me tell you this. Let me share with the people who are listening right now. We cannot avoid. There are some intrigues sometimes. Jealousy, envy, but it's a culture of mankind. It's the culture of mankind. But sometimes, some magnify it and it becomes an issue. It becomes a problem. But if we always think of peace in our heart, in our mind, it overshadows everything, just like, what I'm telling right now. Because we cannot avoid it sometimes. I myself, a lot of people are so intrigued of me because of what I'm doing, but I'm not there to put up myself, lift up myself. All I want to do is help the people who wants to be helped. That's all. Because I don't get anything out of this, People knows me. I don't have to bring up myself to be, who I am and what I am. I just want to be silent, helping people who are in need. That's all. And if this chance, just like what you gave it to me today, a chance to speak about something, issues about our community, then I'll bring it up in order for them to, in order for us to share with them. And then that's about it, actually. Because just like what I said, we don't gain nothing by going out there and bragging about ourselves, boasting ourselves. What we need to do is make or utilize this life as we are still here on earth. After that, it's a forgotten thing. Believe it. That's why today, as Ash Wednesday, we are being reminded, just like what you said, from us we came from, that we will go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's why we are nothing. We are nothing. We're nobody. We're nothing. That's why. So I just hope that there will be world peace. Right now, we're praying for Ukraine. You know, there's nothing much we can do about it except that pray for one another. That's all.
Yes, so true. So
and another thing, by the way, are you on Ilongga? They call you on Ilongga, right?
Yes, sir, Ilongga, because the shape of the island of Panay is like an ilong. The shape of Panay Island is like a nose. So
because the reason why I'm asking is that Ilongas are known, or Ilonggos also, they are known to be good people, beautiful people, meek, and
meek.
I think, nice, soft spoken.
Mia, what are you trying to say, Mia?
No, nothing. I just said ilong.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ano yun, Kuya? Tito Bernie, so you were saying that we Ilonggos are known to be meek and gentle people, malambing.
Soft-spoken, nice people, peace-loving people. Because I have a lot of friends who are from Iloilo. And I want to be clear about whether Iloilo is Ilonggos or Ilongas, because, I'm not. But I've heard a lot about you guys.
Yeah.
And thank you about your characters. You're exceptional.
Talaga. O, sige.
Of course, including Mia here. So me and gentle and beautiful also, of course.
Oh, City of Love kasi. City of Love daw eh.
Two of you. That's why.
Ang Bacolod naman.
We are on the dot.
We are on the dot. Oh, speaking of on the dot, we're going to take a very short break for our beautiful non-Ilonggo sponsor, Mia. Follow me on the road. Okay. Don't go away, my friends. We will be back.
Heading to Las Vegas? Thinking of buying, selling, or investing in real estate? From City View Lofts, high rises, lakefront villas, mountain view homes, and all types of residential properties Vegas has to offer. Follow Mia to the road of your dreams to home ownership. Call 702-281-9063 or visit www.benjaminamiacasino.com. Mia is also on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. With Mia Casino, you can be sure you get real estate with integrity.
Back to On the Dot with Dot and Mia and Tito Bernie. And we're talking about the Falcon and the Dove integrating peace in our peace talks, So I'm going to ask Mia now. Mia, darling, my friend, I bought you several fabrics.
Oh,
yeah. I'm talking about that now because yesterday I was in a festival. It's an exhibit of different products of the province, the four provinces of Panay Island. So there's Antique, Capiz, Aklan, and Iloilo. And I'm gonna show you one fabric because this is for me. It's a symbol of how we integrate into our community. You know, this one. This is the patajong.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so this fabric, it's just like any other patterns, plaid or checkered, you would say that. But if you look closely how they make this is hand woven. So when each member of the community, say you're the white thread, somebody is the red thread, somebody is the purple, the blue, and when we all come together and we are interwoven in the tapestry of the community, we come up with something beautiful, something pretty, right? It sounds, this sounds so poetic. But really, if we look at our lives as a tapestry, the community as one beautiful, colorful fabric, we are individuals, but we merge with each other. And we come up with something beautiful to behold, useful, productive, perhaps useful to the community. So Mia, are you more of an individual worker, or are you more of a community worker? Like, do you work better alone, or do you work better as a team member?
I guess it depends on what I'm doing. Like if I'm working as a group, I try to be a team worker. But if I'm working as an individual, like as a student, I work better alone. So it depends on what I'm doing, I guess. So flexible that way.
Flexible, yeah, that's a good word, flexibility, because you are also a member of the Las Vegas dance troupe. Yes.
Yeah, yes.
So that speaks a lot about the need for cohesiveness, teamwork. All the values in community work are actually mirrored in what you're doing as a member of the dance company, right?
Yes. So yeah, I guess I also prefer to do things individually. Like as a mother, I would prefer to on and impart my values as what I am to my children. So I guess I prefer to work alone and work as a team. So yeah.
Yeah, it's looking at the fabrics in the exhibit yesterday. Also got this one. Here's another one. It's red with it's maroon with reddish design. So parang Tito Bernie, parang what I'm thinking of is the Falcon, the Filipino American Leadership Council of Nevada, is like that. One big fabric of different leaders coming together and producing something colorful and useful for the community. Are you more of a team? You're a team leader. You seem to be a community. You are a community leader. Do you work best alone, or as a follower, or as a leader?
Well, that a good follower is a good leader. You cannot be a good leader if you are not a good follower. That's one thing for sure. Because although leaders should follow also and follow the lead of all the followers. it's both ways. It's both ways. Because you cannot be an effective leader if, if you don't know how to follow. And if we work alone, sometimes, that depends on the occasion where you need to work alone. But if you want to work with somebody else, especially with issues that affect everyone, you just don't keep it to yourself. You go out there and share with everybody, tell everyone about what are the issues that confront us, so that they alone and they themselves and all of them, if not some of them, can help.
Mm-hmm.
One man cannot do the job alone. It has to be a collective effort for everyone.
Yes. So we wear different cloaks, right? Sometimes we work alone, sometimes we work together as a team, but all the time we are never absent from the whole. Was it in last week's episode or a few weeks back when we said, who was that who said the sum of the whole is greater than the sum of its parts? The whole is greater than the sum of its parts. And I think a few episodes ago when we talked about that, but so many quotes there: united we stand, divided we fall. So bringing that into the peace situation. For example, right now we are bombarded with issues, news, information. I would say, let's just say information about the conflict between Russia and the Ukraine, and how we are all affected, especially gas prices and food. We are all affected, right? And we need to speak up or take action. Would you still be a peaceful person even if there's war? So, your core essence, would you still be a peaceful person, able to bring peace onto the talk or to the table, even if everyone is in conflict? How about you, Mia? I'll go with Mia first. Would you still be peaceful in society?
So, like, I still promote peace through, offering prayers through Facebook, and also, let me just share. Realty One has a program. If I could just share with everybody, it's for one. They're asking for donations. If you could put in one shoebox, toys for the children of Ukraine. They're collecting toys for children of Ukraine. All you have to do is put them in a shoebox and then just give them to any Realty One office. It's a realty company. It's called Realty One. So just give them. That's all you have to do. Put the toys in the shoebox. Give them to any Realty One office, and they'll. I think they'll mail to Poland. So
Poland.
they'll send to
the children, the most at-risk members of our community, right? The children, they're the most vulnerable and at risk in any conflict in the world, right? So that's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Hopefully the toys get there.
Yeah. So I think it will. I think the broker or the owner of Realty One.
Great idea. Don't throw away your shoe boxes or your toys, right? It's also a good thing for children to be aware, our children, wherever we are, to be aware that there are children there who will enjoy the toys that we don't enjoy anymore.
They'll be collecting that for 1 week. So.
Okay. Well, I won't be there. So fill your shoe boxes for me, Mia.
I will.
Yes. Yeah. So same question for Tito Bernie. Would you still be a very peaceful person deep inside you, even when conflict is all around? Like Jesus sleeping on the boat in the midst of the storm, and he said, "How could you sleep, Master? There's a storm all around you." He said, "Oh, you of little faith." I don't know if I'm quoting that correctly. Tito Bernie, what's your answer?
Yes, to be at peace with yourself and with the rest of us, number one is prayer. When you pray to God, it brings peace to all of us, to our heart, to our inner self. And also, the things that we need to help out, just like these Ukrainians from Las Vegas, they were all out there in the news. Now, whatever they want, in order for us to extend our help, then we come forward and help them out. But now there's nothing much we can do about it because it is still ongoing. The war is still ongoing. The conflict is still ongoing. These people, millions of them, don't know what they're doing, what they can do right now. And it is really a real chaos among these people. It's really sad that they come into this kind of situation wherein us, as a peaceful, loving people, cannot do anything. But, if a Christian believes that prayer is everything, God is everything. God is powerful. God is all possible. That's what it is. Right now, that's all that we can offer them. And giving them material things. Yes, come out, go out there, and extend our help with regard to the situation of the plight of the Ukrainians, and that's what we should do as a people. And having to understand each other always brings peace. Having to understand a need is always brings peace.
Yeah.
Because we live by ourselves alone in this world.
Right.
We live alone with each other, and that's it's really sad. It's really sad that it came up to that. But sometimes it's inevitable because a lot of people, just like the Russian leader, have a mindset that's which we do not understand. We don't grasp what kind of thinking he had. And just like our president said, that it's an unprovoked war. We don't know what's in his mind is. We don't know. But,
we don't. Yeah.
That's
correct. We don't really know, right? It's hard to see the bigger picture when we are only seeing small. We're like horses with blinders, and we're seeing only what is being fed to us. But if we dig deeper, or maybe I'd like to use the Falcon. If we learn how to fly higher and see everything, the Falcon sees 130 frames per second, the peregrine falcon. Are we able to do that? Physically, no, but when we connect with spirit, like you said, Tito Bernie, when we pray and we connect with spirit that sees everything at the same time, because there's no time or space restrictions with spirit, or Holy Spirit, or God, whatever you call your source to be, there's no restriction, no limitations, no boundaries. So when we connect, that is like we are seeing through the mind, through the vision of God, and we see the whole of humanity, the whole of life. When we do that, we become kinder, gentler, more compassionate, more patient, because we don't know what's in the mind of the Russian president or the Ukrainian president or the president of the US or the Philippines. We don't know what's in their hearts. We can't see. So the best thing to be is peaceful, to be peaceful within ourselves, because we cannot give peace when we ourselves are conflicted inside. That's my stand here. If I'm conflicted within me, if my household, if we're always fighting, arguing, all the time in a debate here in the home, fighting over food, fighting over principles, fighting over space or computer time or finances, then that is the microcosm of the universe, the smaller version of the bigger universe. And if we can't deal with our minor conflicts, we will surely have a hard time dealing with major conflicts, on the leadership level. So that's my, wow, I feel powered today. I feel so powered up. And I haven't even had coffee. So
The time is 4.
the time is almost 5 o'clock here. It's 10 minutes before 5 in the morning. It's 10 minutes before 1 for you. I don't know what time it is in Paris. Let me check my time. Do you have the same what are your visions about the wholeness of this thing, Mia? What's going on here?
Hopefully World War III.
What's that again? Closer to the mic.
Hopefully not World War III.
Oh no. We already had we have an ongoing war with the virus. This whole pandemic is such a clincher here. Yeah.
All of a sudden, I'm not hearing COVID.
All of a sudden, right?
Right.
Oh, wow. Where did it go?
I know. It disappeared all of a sudden.
Yeah. What's your view on the whole of this, Tito Bernie? Like, you're going to fly now like the peregrine falcon and see everything from that point of view, from high up in the sky. What's your take on the global situation? Para tayong para tayong, like important people tayo. Tito Bernie.
That when didn't bring us joy, peace. It's all up to us, to attain those. Because he did not bring us troubles anyway. He didn't bring us war. It's upon the people who are, who are doing these things and all that. That's why we need to go to him, and that's what it is. How we can solve the problem of the world, we can just do it alone. But by having us all to understand each other, especially countries, the leaders and all that, yes, we can have peace all over. But if and there are leaders who are so selfish, they're just thinking of themselves, just like this leader in Russia right now, not thinking of the helpless people that are on the ground that are being hit by these missiles and all that, bringing hardship, all of them. He's not thinking. But, we can see the hardship and all that. And it's really hard to fathom, that in a civilized world just like us, this is going on right now and all that. And we're all affected by it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes,
so,
hard.
Overall, it's like what I said, we can only offer prayers to all of them, to all of us, because we can't really avoid. We cannot really avoid. I wish you are the prime minister, and Mia is the chancellor of Germany.
Ooh.
I am the president of the United States. That we can.
Oh yeah. Please, brother, we'd be all friends, right? Yes. All right. It's actually 9:54 p.m. in Paris.
Oh.
In Vienna. So good evening to our listeners in Europe. And wouldn't it be interesting if we found ourselves being aired in Russia? Wow, I don't know. I'm dreaming. Yeah.
That'd be nice.
What would be your final words before I ask for your final words? Mia, what's your take on this?
I'm just seeing it as a sign, like it's showing us that life is short, and just be open to what the world is showing us.
Be open to what the world is
showing us.
Pick up the lessons, right? We pick up the lessons. We begin with kindness within ourselves. We begin with kindness to our children, and just knowing who we really are, knowing that we are all children of God, of our source, and we begin to act just like children of God. So, the other day I was watching, I don't know if it's available there, Tales by the Light or Tales by Light in Netflix. It's a documentary on what's going on in different parts of the world with regards to this particular episode that I watched was about children of Bangladesh and how they are. It's child labor actually. So I was delighted to see Orlando Bloom as the Goodwill Ambassador of UNICEF, United Nations International Children's Educational Fund. And this is not war like Ukraine level or Afghanistan level, not this kind of war, but it's a war against childhood, against the joys of childhood when these children are working in aluminum factories, balloon factories with chemicals, and our counterpart of Smoky Mountain, yung Basura Hill.
Yeah.
So that's war for me against humanity when we abuse the most vulnerable population, the most vulnerable members of our community. So what Falcon is doing at different levels, but beginning with the leadership, it's going to have an umbrella effect, right? Working with leaders and then moving down, not down in a superior, inferior way, but simply that's just the hierarchy of leadership, right? So begin with leaders, and this is so spiritual or mystical because we say that as above, so below, as within, so without. Whatever the quality of the leader is, that will be followed by the members, and whatever we have inside of us will show outside. So I'm talking a lot. Go ahead, speak your speeches, and I will shut up because it's almost
And
si Tito Bernie, parang he wants to say something more, and then we can wrap it up when Mia is ready.
This is and there's only one line that I want to share. Think not of yourself, but think of others. Yun lang.
Diba, you're the perfect person here. Mia is a perfect person here.
Very perfect. Divine perfect.
Just like your seat there, Mia. Parang ganun.
Alam niyo kasi, God is looking at us, He made us in the image of Him. So, although marami tayong frailties, marami tayong but what we can do with our life is to share our knowledge, what we have with others. Yun lang ang kwan natin. There are a lot of people there also na pagka umangat na sila sa buhay or something, naging mataas sila, they didn't even know about others. And this kaya nga, be humble. Yan ang kwan ko sa sarili ko. Be humble at all times. And think not of yourself, but think of others. And, I really thank you so much for having me here in this non-time show of yours. And I really appreciate and I am honored by it.
We are honored to have you. We're honored to have you, Tito. We so appreciate what you're doing and for who you really are. Thank you so much for gracing our show. And thank you to all our listeners and viewers for being here with us, joining us. And we're not seeing comments right now because I'm not looking. But I'm sure somebody will say something out there. So thank you for your presence. Mia.
Do you have any last words, Dad?
I have so many other words, Mia. I'm done with the last ones.
The Bible does not tell us that life in this world will be fair, and sin are not Victorian gentlemen. They do not play fair.
Wow. Say that again. Say it again. Malapit sa mic. Yan.
The Bible does not tell us that life in this world will be fair, and sin are not Victorian gentlemen. They do not play fair.
Oh.
Yeah.
True. They don't play fair.
They don't.
That's awesome. Thank you, Mia. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, PHLV. Thank you, everyone. See you next time.
All right. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah.
Heading to Las Vegas? Thinking of buying, selling, or investing in real estate? From City View Lofts, high rises, lakefront villas, mountain view homes, and all types of residential properties Vegas has to offer. Follow Mia to the road of your dreams to home ownership. Call 702-281-9063 or visit www.benjaminamiacasino.com. Mia is also on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. With Mia Casino, you can be sure you get real estate with integrity. Heading to Las Vegas? Thinking of buying, selling, or investing in real estate? From City View Lofts, high rises, lakefront villas, mountain view homes, and all types of residential properties Vegas has to offer. Follow Mia to the road of your dreams to home ownership. Call 702-281-9063 or visit www.benjaminamiacasino.com. Mia is also on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. With Mia Casino, you can be sure you get real estate with integrity.
Just like a friend from back home. This is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio.